We're off and running. Welcome into the show. You're watching Philadelphia Eagles Now by Chat Sports. Chase Sr. here with you. And no matter where you are or how you're tuned in, we appreciate you for making today's show a part of your day. And this day will be remembered on this Wednesday, May 21st in the course of Eagles franchise history for the organization as well as the fan base. And coming up here on this show, more important details on the Tush Push ban failing. But first, if you are happy that the Tush Push is here to stay, I want you to hit that thumbs up icon and like the video. If not, I want you to comment why, and I'm interested to see why you're on the other side of this debate. What a big victory for Philadelphia, and what a calendar year it has been for the Eagles. They win the Super Bowl against the Kansas City Chiefs in New Orleans in February. They have a really good NFL draft after having a really solid NFL free agency. The future is looking bright for Philadelphia. And then the last couple of months, the Eagles have had to deal with all of the drama that has involved this potential tush-push ban. The Packers' proposal needed 24 votes. This new proposal today only got 22, so it rounded out to be a 22-10 vote. And that is the same score that the Philadelphia Eagles beat the Green Bay Packers by in the wild card round. And going into this vote today at the NFL owners meetings in Minnesota, the Eagles felt as though they were taking on an uphill battle. A lot of people around the league thought that Tush Push was going to get canned. It is not. And it lives on for another year. And because the Eagles won this fight, there should never be a Tush Push vote again. Because the Eagles took on the entire National Football League for the most part. They come out victorious here. And Elliott Shore-Parks, the 94 WIP, going as far as to say the Eagles should build a statue of the Tush Push outside of Lincoln Financial Field. They invented the play. They've been dominant with this play. It's been a big part of their success, and they beat the NFL. Now, there are a couple of names and faces that you need to remember. This is Mark Murphy. Used to play for the Packers. Great player for Green Bay. He is the president and CEO of the Packers. Of note, the Packers do not have an owner. That is how that organization operates. But he was instrumental in coming up with this proposal to try to get the Tush Push banned. And then these photos were actually sent to me. They're completely real photos. This is Packers head coach Matt LaFleur. Not after he lost to the Eagles in week 1. Not after he lost to the Eagles in week 2. But this is Matt LaFleur today after the Tush Push ban did not pass. And then this photo of Jordan Love. It's also real. This was also texted to me. And he was on the practice field today trying to get ready for the 2025 season. And he found out the news that the brotherly shove is not going anywhere. It's going to live on. And that photo of him was also sent to me. He's in tears too, alongside his head coach in Matt LaFleur. As far as some of the real details that are coming out of the NFL owners meetings, here are the 10 teams in the National Football League that voted to keep the Tush Push. Philadelphia Eagles, Baltimore Ravens, Cleveland Browns, Detroit Lions, Jacksonville Jaguars, Miami Dolphins, New England Patriots, New Orleans Saints, New York Jets, and the Tennessee Titans. Who's missing right there? Of note, no Indianapolis Colts, no Arizona Cardinals. Who are they coached by? Shane Steichen, former Eagles offensive coordinator. Jonathan Gannon, former Eagles defensive coordinator. They were coordinators under Nick Sirianni, and they did not help persuade their respective owners to vote yes in keeping this play. Who did vote yes to keep the Tush Push in the National Football League? Former Eagles offensive coordinator and Super Bowl champion Kellen Moore, who is now the head coach of the New Orleans Saints. I can't wait to see the next time that the Eagles play against the Cardinals, play against the Colts, what that handshake is going to be like post-game between Sirianni and Gannon and Sirianni and Shane Steichen. Because this is what Sirianni said in March. Jonathan Gannon, Kellen Moore, Shane Steichen, they are head coaches because of the Tush Push. So I better have those 3 votes right there. As we know, back in April, earlier this offseason, It was an even 16-16 split. The only one of those three, as we know, that voted for the Eagles was the Saints. So those 10 teams, the ones that we mentioned. Good on Kellen Moore because, yes, he did a great job as the Eagles offensive coordinator. Players had great years. Saquon Barkley had the best single season for a running back in the history of the NFL. Jalen Hurts played very well all year, then played elite football in the NFC Championship game and in the Super Bowl. Kellen Moore was willing to adapt his pass-heavy approach to run the football behind this offensive line with the special talent that is Saquon. And in the playoffs, in particular in the NFC title game when the Eagles dropped 55 points, and then in the Super Bowl when Philadelphia crushed Kansas City, Kellen Moore was in his bag. And I just think that teams trying to find cowardly reasons to ban the tush push and coming up with all of these excuses which aren't backed up by data and facts, it's weak. And it's teams overthinking. And teams have been overthinking short yardage situations as well. Take some notes from the Super Bowl champions. Warren Sharp with this tweet. Forget the tush push. It seems like teams are blowing this. 84% of quarterback sneaks on 4th and short convert first downs. Yet only 23% of 4th and short plays are actually quarterback sneaks. The answer is there with a basic quarterback sneak. Just use it as often as Philadelphia. And you look at the 4th and 1 play type and total plays called and the conversion rate. 227 quarterback sneaks. 84% conversion rate. 71 other quarterback runs, non-sneaks, down to 79%. 59 non-quarterback, non-running back runs, 73%. 363 running back runs, it drops down to 66%. And on the 256 called pass plays on 4th and 1, 61%. Furthermore, on 4th and 1 the last 3 years, we have seen 619 pass attempts or running back runs. Those convert 61 and 66% respectively, but only 227 quarterback sneaks, which convert 84% of the time. We're not talking many tush pushes here. Philadelphia accounted for just 34 of those 227 sneaks. Quarterback sneaks crush. I have been saying this for years on this platform and others. The quarterback sneak is the most underrated, underutilized play in football, and it's the most efficient play in all of football. And then there's this data, in particular for the Green Bay Packers. Let's look at the Packers, for example. They wanted to ban the tush push. They rank 30th on 4th and 1 the last 3 years with a 55% conversion rate. But their quarterback sneaks convert at an 80% clip. But instead of calling quarterback sneaks, they call a lot of low percentage passing plays and running back runs. That's on Matt LaFleur. Bad job by him. As for some more details coming out of the NFL owners' meetings, there's this one from Pro Football Talk, Mike Florio. According to a source, the league office pushed the Packers to propose the failed tush push ban. Sounds as though there's a leak coming out of that Packers building in Green Bay, Wisconsin. Here's what Pro Football Talk had to say. When Lions president Rod Wood blurted out that the league office nudged the Lions to propose a new seating system, it opened a new avenue for understanding how the rulemaking sausage gets made. And we suggested at the time that 345 Park Avenue possibly put the Packers up to proposing a tush-push ban as well. Per a league source, that's exactly what happened. The league asked the Packers to do this, and the Packers took one for the team. As the source put it, most in the Green Bay organization don't care about the play either way. It never made sense for the Packers to be the anti-push poster child. They lost to the Eagles twice last year. A proposal coming from Green Bay reeked of sour grapes. Couple of things here. When the Eagles come off their Week 9 bye and play against the Green Bay Packers at Lambeau Field in Week 10, I hope that on the first play from scrimmage, on 1st and 10, the Eagles run this tush push. And if it's successful, run it again. And if it's successful again, run it again. Try to pick up a first down on that first few play sequence. The other thing, too, if the NFL wanted the Green Bay Packers to take one for the team, why has Matt LaFleur said over and over and over again that he wanted this play banned? Why did the Green Bay Packers come up with a couple of new proposals? Did the Packers leak that, or is this legit? The Packers look like sore losers either way, and I'm not buying that. Before we continue to push forward, sorry to interrupt this great show, but a quick reminder to subscribe to us here on Philadelphia Eagles Now. If you want daily shows on the Birds, I always have you covered. Looking ahead to the 2025 season, by the way, if you want to get geared up and get an Eagles jersey to celebrate their Super Bowl championship, if you want to get a Jahad Campbell jersey because you think that he's going to be a stud as the Eagles moved up one spot to take him in the 2025 NFL Draft, you want to rock a Kelly Green jersey, the cleanest jerseys in all of sports, you can get a Saquon jersey or somebody else. So many different jerseys available thanks to our friends at Fanatics. You simply plug in that link down below, chatsports.com/Eagles jersey. It takes you to Fanatics. Fanatics knows that your boy Chase Sr., Eagles Now, and Chatsports sent you. It's chatsports.com/Eagles jersey. To the juiciest part of the show. Are you ready for a wet dream reference for a teenage boy? That's coming your way from Eagles owner Jeffrey Lurie. And how about this? Jason Kelce showed up to the NFL owners meetings today alongside Eagles owner Jeffrey Lurie, and it has been reported that Jason Kelce may have helped to convince undecided owners to keep the tush push in play. Diana Rossini, on what happened behind closed doors, and I will say this for Rossini, she's on a cold streak right now. She has missed a lot, but this is more sourced information with what happened behind closed doors. One high-ranking league source who was in the room said Jeffrey Lurie was like a guy trying to convince his girlfriend why she shouldn't leave him. Throughout his pitch, Lurie was emotional, passionate, and at one point, crude. He said the fact that his team came up with a play so unstoppable that the rest of the league had no other choice but to try to ban it, it was, quote, like a wet dream for a teenage boy. Toward the end of his address, he told the assembled owners that regardless of the day's result, he and his franchise would walk out winners with Super Bowl rings to show for it. Kelce was next. He spent his entire playing career with the Eagles, retiring after 2023. He ran the tush push countless times over his final 2 seasons. On Wednesday, he wasn't loud and animated, instead offering his expertise as an all-pro center and arguing for why the play should remain. He said, quote, if I could run 60 tush pushes a game, I'd come back. It was a vote about process more than what was right, one league source told me. People don't like the NFL telling people how to vote. Health and safety was cited, but how about this? NFL Chief Medical Officer Alan Sills wasn't here today. We know the motto by now. No one likes us. We don't care. And Jeffrey Lurie is the owner of this organization. He is oftentimes a very calculated, very smart, intelligent owner who shies away from the spotlight. You will never see him going about public relations like a Jerry Jones. Jerry Jones, after every game, will literally have dozens and dozens of media members around him. He loves that type of attention. Jeffrey Lurie does not do that. Jeffrey Lurie is polite. Jeffrey Lurie is soft-spoken. He's a great and aggressive and intense businessman. But for him to compare the Eagles' invention, dominance, and perfection of this play to a wet dream while saying, whatever happens, we're going to walk out of here as Super Bowl champions, I absolutely love it. He wanted to defend his organization. He wanted to defend this play, and he was tired of the narrative that this play should get banned for things that are unproven. There are no safety concerns. There are no pace of play issues. And he realizes this play has been very important to the Philadelphia Eagles' success. No one likes us. We don't care. Go Birds.